Okay, now this is the session three. In the session one and the session two, we focus on the technology, and we build up the virtual factory, and we build up the MCP, and created the Copilot, and so that can using the natural language to query factories status and the containers levels. And also also can using the Copilot agent to actuate and to control the pump for the tank, for the reaction tank. Uh, Now, what I think, and in the session two, and we are go through the local deployment. Now we focus on the real solution. And when I think through the solution, it's going to be very exciting. There are two use cases. The first use case is I have done a few years ago about the Industry 4.0 automation because based on the data on the field, trigger the automation automatically analyze the anomalies detection and then trigger the work order creation in the enterprise asset management system, which is maximal. Um, and I'm going to go through that solution. That is the pre-generative AI. And now, uh, in the next 1 or 2 weeks, I will focus on to build the um, Industry 4.0 or 5.0 automation demo. And the real difference is the human intervention. It's really get the human involved. The automation without human, is have some of the major concerns, not reliable, and then major concerns for the automatically totally rely on the system. But now we have the human intervention is a co-pilot will drive the automation. And now let's take a look at the initial use case solutions. And this is the YouTube demonstration about 5 years ago I recorded. And as you can see, in the bottom is the field, the IoT data. And this, by the way, this is also simulate our factory. It's a cake factory, and have the refrigerator, have the oven, and have other device to manufacture. And then have the IoT platform with the IoT and then IBM Maximal Application Suite predictive maintenance to and to identify the anomaly and then based on the KPI for the anomaly analyzed to create the work order ticket. Um, and that ticket is going to be addressed to the reliability manager, and the reliability manager is going to assign the service technician and to work on the ticket. Then the other use case, for example, the equipment advisor and also the visual inspection come to the picture. As you can see, all these does not have the like agent to facilitate the field engineer and automation systems to communicate. That because the generative AI is not come to the world yet. And but this automation that is so-called the Industry 4.0. And I checked some reference on that right now it's called the Industry 5.0. The major difference is 5.0 is really facilitated so that the field engineers can involve or other professionals can involve. This will showcase the co-pilot and agent that assist the field engineers in analyzing and automating the digital twin data from ignition, then create the work order tickets in our enterprise asset management system. And here, I use the open source. I did some research using the ODOO is a like easiest way to create the tickets and to articulate other use case as a EIM. It really doesn't matter which brand I use here. This is just using the showcase. Um, and the solution is integrated with some other things and then to showcase the next generation human in the loop workflow. And this is the revised solution architecture from the previous two sessions. And let's focusing on here. We have the persona. It could be the field engineer or could be the reliability engineer manager, engineer manager. and go through to the Copilot and then to interact, communicate with the Copilot to understand the system status and understand the analyze on that. As you can see, all the information, including the real-time data, historic data, and the SOP procedures and all the documents is going to feed into the agent and the local large language model, and you can using the subscribed model as well. But meanwhile, we will put the predictive model here because using the predictive model to analyze the data and to help the field engineer to really get insights. If the conclusion is we need to create an order, work order, then we will go through the MCP again to call the enterprise asset management. So what exactly makes this kind of the human in the loop automation possible? That is the Copilot agent, and that is the large language model, which really make the natural language understanding possible and make the user experience possible. So in the next steps, in the next video, one or two, number one, um, um, I will polish the MCP because I need to onboard not only the real-time data, but also the historian data and also the SOP document. I will make up some synthetic data for that. And also, I will work on the agent to do the analytics. The analytics not only using the large language model, I think it is likely need still using the predictive model to simplify. Uh, I read some use case, the large language model is also can do the predictive maintenance, predictive model. That is possible, but we will see. This part is going to be a lot of fun. If we can simulate the synthetic data, say, hey, there is the anomaly happens, do need to create a work order and then go through the MCP. We will issue the work order request to the enterprise asset management. In this case, I'm going to use the open source and product is called the ODOO and to create we can also using for example, IBM Maximo, just like my previous demonstration. But anyway, this is the solutions that I put together, and the goal is to showcase the real difference for the pre-generative AI, what kind of automation level it is. And there is no human intervention, no human in the loop. And of course, for the Industry 4.0 slash 5.0 automation demo, it is going to be have the human in the loop and the large language model and the AI agent will play the critical role here and to make this possible. And I look forward for the next session introduction and thank you.